Hi, this is Jessica with cutesy-crafts.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really cute scrunchies using just Sharpies and some rubbing alcohol. It's super fun and easy craft to do, and they all turned out so cute. We did this for an activity with the 8 to 11-year-old girls at church, and they loved it so much. So let's get started. I'll show you step by step how to make these Sharpie dyed scrunchies. To Sharpie dye scrunchies, you'll need scrunchies, of course. Make sure that they are cotton. These are actually made for tie-dye, and I picked them up at Michael's. They were, I think, like $5 for 3 of them. You'll need some Sharpies, of course, and various fun colors. You'll also need some rubbing alcohol, and then I'm going to be using a disposable cup to put the rubbing alcohol in, and instead of like eyedroppers, since I've got a big group of girls that's coming over to do this, I'm just going to have them spoon it out onto the scrunchies, and we'll see how that works out. You also want to make sure that your surface is protected. I like to use freezer paper since it comes in such a big roll and it is waterproof. So make sure you have something down, and make sure that if you're having kids do this especially, that they're wearing something that it doesn't matter if it gets stained. So the first thing you'll do is with your dry scrunchie, just go to town coloring it however you want. You can do a design or pattern, or just wing it and see whatever you get. Okay, I've got that all colored in, and I did color both sides just to make sure. I don't know if it will bleed through or not, so we're gonna just try it out. And now I've got my rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to spoon it on to the design in different areas. And that will make the ink spread around and blend into the areas that don't have any ink. And the colors should blend a little bit into each other. And then carefully, because your hands will get dirty, so you can use gloves for this even if you wanted to. I'm gonna turn it over and then do the same on the other side. And then I colored this one also here with just, I left a little bit more white to see what other kind of look I could get. And I'm just gonna do the same thing with that one and put the rubbing alcohol all over on the front and back. And then once you're done with your coloring and your alcohol, what I'm gonna do is put a string through here and hang it up to dry. And I decided to do this because ones that I did previously, the color did not dry evenly. So I think that if it's hanging up to dry like this with a piece of string, that the color will set more evenly. So we're gonna try that out and see how that goes. So there we go, 3 really cute scrunchies that I made. Hanging them up was definitely a better option for the drying. Make sure before you touch them or play with them or use them that they are completely dry, because anything that the wet ink touches will stain it. So wait for them to dry completely, hanging up, and then you can throw them in the dryer for about 10 minutes and that will help set in the color even more. It's not 100% necessary because they're scrunchies, they're not going to be washed a lot, and the ink is already permanent, but it is helpful to extra set in that color if you want to make sure that none of it comes off. I like the ones better that I left a lot more white on, so when you're doing your scrunchies, keep that in mind depending on what look you're going for. This one I was a little bit messier with the coloring and did a lot more like scribbling. This one I was a little bit neater with and did little small circles, and I like the way that this one turned out a lot better. This one's my favorite by far. And then this one, definitely really bright, but I didn't leave as much white space, so it's not my favorite, but all of them turned out really cute. And then these are the ones that my daughter made. She went crazy with the color, but had a ton of fun making them. And all of the girls at the activity that we had such unique scrunchies. All of them look different, and they were so proud of their creations. Something I do recommend, the smell of the Sharpie can get really strong. So if you're doing this, especially with a lot of people, make sure that you have a well-ventilated area. Possibly do it outside if you can, because then once you add the rubbing alcohol, the smell gets even stronger. I hope you enjoyed making these fun Sharpie dyed scrunchies with me. Make sure to head over to my blog, cutesy-crafts.com, for more fun craft ideas, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss a project.